A wonderful good day and a warm welcome to a new video. Yes, today we want to try out the ANSOG system cleaner for this together with you. I actually wanted to do this for a really long time, but I was waiting for the oscilloscope, well, not on the oscilloscope, but in my head, hoping that I would finally have enough saved up to buy one. But somehow I just never got around to it, and I thought, let's just go ahead and do it anyway, because it's been on my list for way too long now, and I didn't want to keep putting it off any further. Because we finally had the opportunity to examine the Ansauberrücker in its fully disassembled state. Where we worked on the glow plugs, I'll go ahead and insert the video clip right now. This is what it looks like in the front section. The first cylinder. This is what it looks like now from the inside in the middle. So that's the middle cylinder. Looks like the sixth cylinder here. This is what it looks like behind the AGR ... And this is the beginning of the intake manifolds. Let's see how much he can clean there. So it's very difficult to filter everything out. Let's see if we can spot any difference here. Exactly. And now we continue at this position. You've seen the intake bridge. I aimed to capture the footage as clearly as I could. And now we wanted to test the whole thing and then pull out the intake bridge again to take a look at how everything appears. Behind the EGR valve, in front of the EGR valve, you've already seen everything in the previous video. We want to go through the entire process step by step now, take a detailed look at everything and, skip using an endoscope for this part. Or it would be even cooler if we could use an endoscope. But it's unnecessary, or rather, what does unnecessary mean? I want to see how it can be viewed, whether we can spot any changes, since we now had the opportunity. Since the intake manifold came off, we are now moving forward with the intake system cleaner. And specifically, the application, very important, after the mass airflow sensor. Introduce it into the intake area, only with the engine running at 2500 RPM in short spray bursts. Spray for 2 to 3 seconds with an increase in RPM of more than 1000, or if there's a strong knocking tendency, immediately stop the application to prevent any potential damage and ensure safe operation. Only use with unmodified lying spray cans. Always review and carefully follow the product information. So that means it doesn't say here whether you have to completely exhaust the can. I think you have to completely exhaust the entire can based on what I was able to understand. And what else does it say here? Removes dirt. Yeah, absolutely. What else is there to say about it? At 2,500 euros, it also runs outside. I'd like to have it a bit warm because it doesn't specify here whether to use it warm or cold when you're supposed to use it. I think in a warm or slightly lukewarm state is definitely the best way to use it, honestly. Not in a completely cold state so that all the soot can maybe loosen up a bit better and make the whole process more effective. And yeah, so not too hot, not too cold. I'd say that's likely the most effective approach to applying it correctly. And I think we're going to go through the whole can, and yeah, purchase link everything down below in the video description. And I think the topic is really important, performing these intake system cleanings on a consistent, regular basis. It's not very difficult to apply the whole thing. Just remove a piece after the mass airflow sensor, the air hose, and pull it through once. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, because a lot of intake systems just get dirty really easily. Through all these particulate filters, EGR systems, the stuff that gets recirculated back into the intake tract, through the crankcase ventilation system, and the entire intake setup as well, always pretty dirty. Very time consuming to clean all of it, especially on these BMW models. It's very difficult to clean this intake system because you can hardly get into the intake manifold. That's also why we had the idea to pull this through and document the whole thing for you. Yes, let's get going. The entire process took about an hour now. We spent roughly half an hour filling this up and getting it cleaned. Of course, let the whole thing cool down properly, so don't turn off the engine immediately, but let it cool down nicely first. Then we also turned it off and let it cool down once again, so we can now work on it properly and safely without any issues arising. Alright, I'd say in speed mode, let's just pull out the intake manifold and take a closer look at everything. So if I take a look at this, I hardly see. Minimal maybe, but I have, so it's definitely already made it this far without any major issues or noticeable problems. To be completely honest, I was expecting much more from this. We'll go ahead and do a few recordings now. Zrenia. Component placement. It's probably just more fluid, still part of the process as we move forward, so resolved, kind of oily so to speak, and I think that over time it might gradually dissolve a bit, so make up your own mind. I mean, I expected more. Honestly, I thought it would perform better or maybe have a stronger effect, but it's just not quite what I anticipated. Still, it's worth trying out and seeing how it works for you. Let's put it this way. We'll take it apart here and see how it looks better, but with the footage, this is how it appears in the third cylinder. In my opinion, it's still the same, no real change or improvement at all. Just a bit more shiny. This is what the bridge wall looks like. And here's how the third cylinder appears. How much is still left with the finger? It has turned into liquid. Yes, it has become more liquid. This is how the whole thing looks here now. In front of the AGR valve, we'll take it out later, but the lump is still sitting there like that. When we've taken it out, we'll see it better. But here, he cleaned it up a bit. But even here. Could have turned out better in my opinion. Let's see how it looks at the cylinder head now. This is what the cylinder looks like. And this is what the sixth cylinder looks like. Yeah, it looks clean. I don't quite remember how the other one looked. I'll have to check what we recorded there. Let's put it first. Yeah. Ultimately, I think it just made it flow better. I'm trying to show you that. And the focus is really on how it's positioned and arranged in the final outcome we're looking at here. Well, I think he could have. You know. Honestly, I expected more. So the lumps are still lying around here completely untouched. He tried to maybe incorporate photos here. He left the whole thing a bit cleaner this time. But in there, that's some really stubborn stuff. However, he definitely managed to soften it up, in my opinion, so that it might gradually start to break down and loosen over time. I think maybe that's the whole idea. The entire thing has either already loosened or is still in the process of loosening further. It seems like it's designed to work that way, step by step, until it's completely dissolved. But cleaning the whole thing instantly, I don't think that's happening right now, honestly. You can really scrape quite a bit off the whole thing. Component placement. How much is still left? Now we'll have to clean everything up with the vacuum cleaner, but there's also quite a bit of dirt stuck to it. Then the whole thing will look completely different once it's done. I'm trying my best to capture it all on camera as clearly as possible while we work through it. There's not much you can film here right now. D. Maybe it's better to take a closer look now. That's what it looks like. Way back there. Yeah, the question is, now we'll put it together like this and check after driving a few kilometers. To see if anything has changed, since we can always take a look inside here. Yeah, write it down in the comments below. I think I'll just go ahead and assemble it as it is for now. And we'll just observe how it all turns out for now. I think that's the most plausible and best way to handle it. So that we give it another chance. Write it down in the comments below. But this stuff really does dissolve it well. This can definitely happen at least once in a while, absolutely no doubt. Cleaning the sealed areas. I think he will do it gradually. Yeah guys, this is what it looks like. Let me know your thoughts. Honestly, I didn't notice a big difference. Drop a comment below and let me know if we should check this again after a certain amount of mileage. I think it might gradually resolve itself over time, not quickly or directly, especially the intake manifold. It's very tricky. I can easily imagine that with a 4-cylinder, where the intake manifold is smaller, it might clean more effectively there. But in this case, we had it set up this way, and that's how the test ended up happening. And yeah, I don't want to manipulate much or anything. Actually, I don't want to manipulate at all. So that's why the test was done this way. That's how the test happened. And it also doesn't say here how many applications the can does. We went through the entire can to do a realistic test. Otherwise, yeah, write everything down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, drop a sub, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.